You gotta go ahead and ask anybody about the game of basketball, and you ask them who's the greatest player that ever played in the game of basketball. Some will say, Bill Russell because he's got the most championships. He's got 11. Um, Kobe Bryant, he scored 81. He's the second highest scoring game in all of basketball. Shaq was the most dominant in his time. But I'm going to talk about why I think that Michael Jordan is the best basketball player of all time. There are a lot of factors to this that I'm going to cover, but yeah, so let's get started. So it's hard to compare different players in different eras. So the comparison that people talk about a lot is LeBron to Michael Jordan. Well, I think that Michael Jordan is superior to LeBron to anybody in any era because he has won 5 MVPs during the regular season, um, with getting robbed a couple times, in my opinion. But he was named to 10 All NBA first teams, which is basically dumbed down to okay, we're going to put 5 guys on the All NBA team, and those are basically the top 5 players in the league that year. Um, yeah, he has 10 scoring titles as well in his career, and that's really hard to do. Not many other people have that, but he averaged for a career he averaged 30.1 points in his career, and that's the highest that right now that hasn't been topped by anybody. It hasn't been topped by Shaquille O'Neal, LeBron James. After he'll be done. Kobe Bryant, nobody's topped that. Jordan was one of the greatest winners of all time, beating teams such as Larry Bird, Boston Celtics, the bad boy Detroit Pistons, Karl Malone, and John Stockton, Utah Jazz. Um, as most know, Jordan would go on to win 6 NBA championships and 6 final MVP awards. There's some debate it could have been 7 straight NBA championships if he wouldn't have retired from the game of basketball, which would never be broken by any other team or player at any point in history, in my opinion. Um, Jordan was compared to many different players in his area. The first and biggest comparison that he proved wrong was against the Portland Trail Blazers guard Clyde Drexler prior to the '92 NBA Finals. And Jordan took notice and used the finals that year for the opportunity to prove the media and everybody in the world that Clyde Drexler was not better than him at that time and during that era. Another one was when Karl Malone controversially won the regular season MVP award over Michael Jordan, which everybody complained about, saying, "Oh, Michael Jordan got cheated," and that was prior to the '97 finals. And of course, Michael Jordan went on to prove why that Karl Malone is not better than him. The final thing that I will touch on is Michael Jordan's clutch performances. There are many performances that can be counted for Michael. His 63-point performance against the Boston Celtics, which was known as the shrug game, when the person that was guarding him obviously couldn't stop him scoring 63 points in a game, and he would shrug his shoulders and go, "He can't guard me." In that game, he hit 6 first-half three-pointers, posting 35 points in the first half of the game. Then there was the flu game in the '97 finals when he scored 38 points and hit the game-winning three-pointer with 25 seconds left on the clock. And then the last thing was the final shot in the '98 finals where Jordan stripped Karl Malone and hit the foul line jump shot to end the finals that year in 6 games. These are just some of his clutch performances that have made Michael Jordan the player who he is and the legend that he is at that. There are people who have scored more. I mean, Kobe's posted an 81 performance. Wilt Chamberlain scored 100, but and then there's more people that have more rings. Like Steph Curry's on his way to having more rings than Michael Jordan, but I don't think it's the wins. I think it has to be the performances that he has. He he's clutch. I mean, he wins. He's a winner, and other people like LeBron James and Steph Curry have lost, and so I don't think that they can be considered as great as what Michael Jordan was.